This is the Volkswagen Golf R 20 years anniversary edition, and this is Volkswagen's way of celebrating that they made the Golf R for 20 years. And in this white paint, blue accent and a little bit more extra horsepower, I'm going to find out if the 20 years anniversary edition is something that you should consider if you want to buy a Golf R, and if the Mark 8 Golf R is still relevant in 2023. The engine has been massaged just a bit. Here it produces 333 horsepower. 13 horsepower, yeah, 13 horsepower more than the standard Golf R. Still produces 420 Newton meters of torque and does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.7 seconds. But the thing with the 20 years anniversary edition is that you get a lot of things that you need to spec out a Golf R to make it worthy, to make it a good Golf R. So you do get the drift mode, you do get the special Nürburgring mode. And here we have the brakes are branded, and you have these blue accents. Blue accents in the front, blue accents on the sides, blue accents on the R logo, blue accents on the door mirrors, and blue accents on the rear R logo as well. But upgraded brakes of course for the Golf R, and around these unique rims are Bridgestone Potenza. 235 in the front and 235 in the rear staggered setup. And they take a bit of time to get temp in them, to get the grip. But once you get the grip, yeah, this is a seriously fun car. We have come to the best looking part of the Golf R, the rear. And with these IQ lights and the lower rear bumper, the upgraded Attribution exhaust, which costs 40,000 Swedish kronor above the standard price of this 20 years of just under 600,000 Swedish kronor, you're reaching a very high cost for this car. I'm in the rear seat of the Golf R20, and luckily the front seats have no plastic here, so even though the front seat is touching my knees, I'm still fairly comfortable, and a decent amount of lower thigh support. Since this is 20 years, you have some special fabric or material, so it tries to imitate carbon fiber and some blue details all around. I would like some Alcantara, but it is what it is. And since it is a Golf R, you do have some side support even in the rear, which I'm grateful for. All in all, an okay place to be. No panoramic sunroof in the rear, a lot of dark plastic all around. So even though it's quite an expensive car, yeah, there are some places where corners have been cut. In the driver's seat of the Golf R 20 years, and what a place to be. The seats are really comfortable but also really supportive. Well, the carbon fiber detail might not be to everyone's taste, and especially not mine. I would like some Alcantara here. But the R stitching is really nice. Steering wheel quite big, but you know, the quality of the the lever, the stitching in blue, the R logo and the R specific button to go quickly into race, drift and Nürburgring mode, instead of having to go into the mode button and then go through. So one push and you're there. The pads behind the steering wheels as in the Golf R, but here you have a bit, they are a bit special, they're a bit bigger, so easier to push when you're in a corner doing some quicker driving. With the 20 years you also get some carbon fiber details on the dash. If it's real, I have no idea, but I wouldn't be too sure about it. In general, the interior, you know, the new Golf Mark 8 looks okay. They have done a lot with, you know, light, so right now it's a bit purple and it looks quite decent actually. The Golf R with the 20 years, the details has really elevated the interior. It feels like you're sitting in something special, but you still have the problem with the no buttons on the steering wheel, and the problem with increasing and decreasing the temperature when it's dark outside. You don't see where you can do that, and the problems that other people have said about the interior of the Mark 8 Golf. There are some problems here, and I mentioned them before. I'm happy to say that the Golf R 20 years haven't lost any of the daily usable capabilities of a regular Golf. The gearbox is amazingly smooth. You hardly feel the gear shifts basically. The engine is relaxed when you want it to be. It's doesn't sound any more than a regular Golf. And that's what you want in a Golf R. You want to have the regular driving capabilities of a Golf and the performance that a R gives you. In drift and in Nürburgring special mode, this car is transformed. It's much stiffer, the steering is heavier, you get more feedback from everything basically, and the exhaust. And I hope my cameraman could hold the camera when I do a launch control. So I have to have the ESC system in sport or off. Hold the brakes, hold the throttle, launch control program active. Steer 200 kilometers an hour in 4.7 seconds, and an extremely efficient four-wheel drive system. When you get the tires up to temp and take these through some corners, it doesn't have the exactness, the road wired into your brain, in the sense that a Megane RS or a Civic Type R, but it's damn close. And to have the four-wheel drive system just pull you out of everything, and being able to play and place the car, slide around with the full drive system is just an added safety feature, an added bonus to it all. And it makes it possible for the Golf R to play with the big boys basically, to play with the RS3 and to play with the A45S, and to say that with a Golf, that is saying a lot. 333 horsepower might not sound that much compared to 400 horsepower, but this produces more than that, trust me. And Dyno Numbers has said that as well. So what a car, a dynamic machine, while not having the exactness, the ultimate level of fun. It can hang with basically anything on a back road without breaking a sweat. And that four-wheel drive system, that Torquey engine, bringing basically all the power that you will ever need in a hot hatch. And Volkswagen's know-how of making really fun hot hatches is all here. You get a bit of more horsepower and you get a lot of things as standard. But buying the 20 years edition just for more performance is not necessary. You buy this because you want something unique, something that not many other people have. And it has been sold out, so you won't probably get one anyways. Good power, four-wheel drive, a good setup, and tires that grip really well when they get up to temp is a recipe for a lot of fun. Such an approachable machine, easy to drive when you want to drive normally. But put it into race, put it into drift, put it into Nürburgring mode, and you have a serious machine that can deliver on all aspects. Driving enjoyment, pure speed, grip, you name it. And that, I think, really sums up the new Mark 8 Golf R 20 years.